Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Okay, and let's go ahead and get started here. All right. Make sure my sound's coming through. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay. Oh. All right, so I just got one that popped on ULY, no catalyst right now. Let me see what this one's looking like. ULY with no catalyst. It's like it hit a high up there of 1392, 1385. What? So it says that it's supposed to get Q1 earnings somewhere around July 9th. It has 1 million shares traded. It is up 125% with no catalyst. But it is the most obvious stock right now. All right. So let's go look at the daily chart. I'm gonna look at the daily chart, then I'm going to see. Actually, you know what? Nah, let me go and see what this thing is real quick. Urgent.ly. Okay. Last press release was on May 27. SEC filing was on June 18th. Notice of proposed sale of securities pursuant to Rule 144 under Securities Act of 1933. Okay. Securities to be sold. Shares, nature of acquisition of transaction is a merger. So it's doing some type of merger, or was doing some type of merger. Okay. And then these are the amount of securities sold and all of that good stuff. Okay. Let's go look at Yahoo for ULY. Urgently Inc. operates mobility assistance software platform that matches vehicle owners and operators with service professionals for roadside assistance, proactive maintenance, and repair services in the Americas, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and the Asia Pacific. The company's services include car lockout, tire changes, towing, stuck in the ditch and winch services, motorcycle towing, electric vehicle towing, jump starts, and gas delivery. Its software platform combines location-based services, real-time data, AI, and machine-to-machine communication to provide roadside assistance solutions. It serves automotive, insurance, telematics, and other transportation-focused verticals. Urgently was incorporated in 2013 and is headquartered in Vienna, Virginia. All right. All right. Let's jump back over. Let's look at the float over here. Float is 1.24 million. Or no. I said that wrong. Shares outstanding is 1.24 million. Float is 1.115 million. Okay, but no catalyst on the day on that one. It is the most obvious stock. So until this one falls, I mean, it is what it is. It's the one. All right, so let's jump back over here to the daily chart. So on ULY daily, it's trading up here at 10 or $11 now. Has a little top here at 11.54. Oops. See, 11.54 right here. Could be some type of daily level there. Put that up there. So I put an unconfirmed daily level. Daily level. Okay. Unconfirmed daily level, and we can see it had a touch point back here as well at that 11.50. Okay, and then past that, it had this previous gap that it dumped through. So we have this small gap fill level from 12.92 to whatever. And maybe if some type of let me duplicate this. Maybe if something happens towards 13, or some type of news catalyst drops, then that 13 will come into play. And then back up here to this indecisive level up here. So I will duplicate this again, drag it on up here. $15. Yeah, so it's got a couple of levels in there that it could make some stops at. 11.50, around that 12, going towards $13, going towards 14, going towards 15. All right. So let's jump back here. Let's see what the beta is on this. And the beta is very near zero, so it's not going to be super affected by the NQ. Speaking of the NQ, let's go look at the NQ real quick. All right, looks like it made quite a bit of a move up out of these previous levels. Did it break to new highs? It did break to new highs on the NQ and the overall market. So there's some bullish sentiment in the market for sure. Don't know what it wants to do, but this is a big move out of this level into new highs. So we'll see if it wants to take a break and cool off, or if it wants to continue to pump higher, but we don't know yet. All right, back over to ULY. Okay. 15 minutes, coming back and testing that 11.58 there. Let's go back down to the 5 minute and to the 1 minute and start seeing if we can see the failure point of this. So we got a little bit of a trend here. Imaginary line up here, but remember, this does not have catalyst on the day yet. Maybe catalyst will drop at some point today, but yeah, nothing there yet. All right. So we got this level here. It's been tested 1, 2, 3 times. And if it were to come back down here, that would be the 4th time coming down. So we see on the 1 minute, 1, 2, 3 times, and then a movement out. All right. So let's see what it wants to do with that first imaginary line. Now, with having no catalyst, if you have a strategy for trading these and you just trade price action, hey, the volume is slowly coming in. It's got 2 million shares in the volume, up 100 and almost 140%. But I am not a price action trader, so don't really do well on these. Anyway, let's go look at while this one's doing its thing, you guys are doing what you do. I'm gonna jump over here to my journal. So yesterday, took a trade on INM. My first trade was a winner of 128 bucks. Second trade was a $1 loser, and then third trade was a $37 loser. I got a little bit of slippage there. I meant to stop out at 33, but it got a little slippage there, so it is what it is. Let's go into the calendar, or actually, yeah, let's go to the calendar. So this is what we're looking like on the week. First day, second day, and we still got today, tomorrow, and Friday. And we'll see what that brings. But definitely lost a little bit off the top. Still kind of kept around $100 in pocket, but it is what it is. That's that P&L curve there, just nice and flowing upwards like I like to see it. All right. Good morning to everybody that's tuning in. Twitch and Kick and all the other places. YouTube. Why 2 million shares on board? Let's jump over here to the 5. So it did find some type of resistance there at that 1150. Very steep uptrend here. We'll see if it can get a more natural formation without a catalyst. See, that catalyst makes unnatural things happen. So, that steepness and all that, it's easier for it to continue that steepness with the catalyst. It's just unnatural. But yeah, forming another top and tail wick there, coming back under 11s on the 15-minute. Have about 2 minutes till this 15-minute closes. And it has come all the way down to this level again. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points here. And we're just looking for a breakdown. For a new uptrend to start down here somewhere. ULY was like an almost like an emergent, not an emergency, but like what do they call it? Roadside assistance. Roadside assistance is what they're focused on. Close of the 15-minute candle. Let's see what that 15-minute is closing. Right there on that trend, looking like it wants to break. Let's go down to 15. So 15 close has some issues here at 10.92. So we'll go ahead and mark that up as a 15. Oh, it's bouncing back up. Okay. I'll wait a little bit. I'll let this 15-minute play a little bit and see if it can get pushed down some more. 5 minutes. 1 minute. Hmm. All right, opening outside. Let's see if we can get a little dump. 1060s. Looking at the possible, it's quite steep. It may have a little bit more down. Have to let this candle close, see where buying pressure comes in. Point of control at 1064 right now. Trading right under it. Three million shares traded on this one. Gonna need to break the lower lows. Come on. Okay. $10. Very small tap on the 10 whole dollar level. All right, a little bit of bounciness. If it breaks over 1031, we'll count this as the next imaginary uptrend and see if it stays in this little channel before it dumps. Waiting on catalysts if it's gonna have some. See if it breaks back over 1030s. Mm-hmm. 1025s now. $15, 5-minute. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and put another one in here. Let's see how this ends up holding. And let's jump over to the 15-minute. Got this nice little, oh yeah, I meant to put that in here. 15-minute struggle at 1089. So it's got a little two tapper here, and we'll see if it can actually hold up the 1089s or if it wants to drop through this next one. As of right now, I don't think it'll get back over the 1180s without a catalyst. So just watching it kind of grind down. It may come back in this level to test around the 1089s, but I just don't think it can get up there without a catalyst. But I could be absolutely wrong. You guys are seeing anything else, definitely throw it into the chat and we can look at that. Let's go look at, while this thing's just playing around, let's go look at front page of Yahoo. Let's see what everybody's seeing on the front page. Americans are feeling the cracks in the labor market. Okay. Downbeat consumers aren't getting it twisted. There are clear signs of slowing all over the place right now. Doge layoffs are leaving their mark on DC's housing market. Yeah, people having to transition down, man. Get a regular house. Trump baffles with a sudden U-turn on China buying Iran oil. Next X date shows U.S. could run out of money in August. Car makers, Decent predicts China is building a. Wait. Okay, so it started to break down. So We had the one. This would be the third test. If it continues down here, that will make another. That would invalidate this uptrend right here, and we'll get another one lower. But if it breaks down 874, that's gonna be bad news bears. It's not really any catch points. Well, I guess you're down here at 750, but doesn't look too good down there. 750. It's a little steep right now. Yeah, that's kind of steep there. I don't know about that. Doesn't seem natural. So this is the second time holding around this 985, and volume just seems to be not coming in anymore. It's only less than 4 million shares traded, but volume is so slow on this with that no catalyst. $10.45. Right up to the point of control. Is it going to get a nice snatch back off that point of control at the 1064s? Low volume movement. So jumped up there to that 1089. Where's that snatchback? Snatchback back under the 64s. 67, 68. Okay. So that 15-minute hurdle, bumping his head there. Sitting on that 64. All right, let's see that crash out. Four million shares traded on this one. ATR of $1.38. There's that crash out. Let's see you dump. Back under 1064. Okay. So be the third test down here. its trend. So we got 1, 2, 3, and still under this level that has consistently shown itself as a resistance at the 10, 1089, 1090s. Let's go look at the 15-minute. Mm, 5 minutes. Definitely got room down here to this level. Got 877, then below that we got 750s. So we got a lot of room to dump down in here. And then all the way back down to the ATR high is 526, but it's got to reach these first two first. Kind of looking like a head and shoulders. Got a little shoulder right here. Head and then a little shoulder forming. We'll see if it holds down the 1050. If 1050 can hold it down. Got room all the way down to the 877. We'll see if it goes down there. How close will it get? Almost 5 million shares traded on it. Okay. Looking for this thing to break on down, but it keeps slowing down. Maybe it'll invalidate. Maybe it'll go ahead and break down here. 970s. Break down at 975. All right. So at this point, I think this trend up here is kind of out of range. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Kind of out of range. See if it continues to just fail these levels up here towards this $11. For you all that are just joining, we already looked at ULY. ULY is it is a roadside assistance company. Super low float, no catalyst on the day, and so I'm just looking. I mean, it's the most obvious one. It's up 147%, but it's no catalyst, so it's continually just walk down. I'm just looking at it walk down these different imaginary lines, waiting for something else to pop up that can do the job for us today. We got a little peep through 953. Continue to make these lower highs. The SPY is still green, or the NQ is still pushed up over over all-time highs. So there's definitely some bullishness in the market. It's got room down here to this 877, 750 level where I think it can actually go. 15-minute looks dreadful. Nice and descending. Taking out the whole candle down here. And all it needs to do is break down this 950. It's got room back up here to the 1043 right now. If we wanted to make a move, I think that 1043 would stop it pretty nice. But as it gets further and further away, it becomes less and less possible on no catalyst. And plus, these little candles are getting tighter and tighter, it looks like. I have seen these type, they'll be up without news, and then later on in the day, news will pop on them. So I wouldn't completely count it out. It's moving for some reason. It's up 147%, or maybe it's not moving for a reason, and we'll see. But right now, it's just a wait and see. Hopefully, you guys are having a good week. 2 days in, 2 green days. So just being patient, waiting for the setup that can looks to be able to yield me the most fruit. Stream crazy or stream craze. And like I said, if you have a price action strategy, don't let me hold you back. I got my own strategy that I'm looking at. I'm not really a price action per se trader. I don't use level twos or anything like that. Um, but yeah, you got a price action strategy to implement on something like this. Cool. Let me know how your profit goes, how much profit you're pulling out, because it does still have ATR of $1.33. This little candle right here went from 986 up to 1030. So there's definitely still a little bit of range in here. But I'm just looking for it to continue down. If you have like a backside, well, I don't even know if this would be considered a backside or consolidation, because it's kind of just going flat right now, not so much down or up. Good morning, Danielle. Hmm. Definitely hooked up on that $10 level. Five-minute candle about to close here. So that's the 5 minute. Let's go jump to the five and see what the overall picture is looking like now. So we had came up here to the 1393s. I'm still waiting for it to drop through. On the 5 minute, we got two test points. So one at the 88, one here, two test points. Look for that drop. Look at the 15 minute. Still looking bottom 950 is the catch. That weakness will look real weak under the 950. Back over to the one. Almost 5 million shares traded on this one. Have a look at, okay, let's have a look at FLYE. FLYE. All right. FLYE. And I'm guessing just from the look of this is not a day trade, right? Um, let's see what we got. FLYE. Let's go over here and look at it. FLYE. So it says it has Q4 earnings in about 12 days. Should be on Monday, July the 7th. It has a shares outstanding of 53 million. Float is 36 million. We have cash finance. Let's go see what this thing is. FLYE. Okay, there it goes. So it looks like it's up 16%. Let's see. So we got FlyE Group Inc. engages in the designing, installing, and selling of smart electric motorcycles, motorcycles, electric bikes, electric scooters, and related accessories under the FlyE bike brand in the United States and Canada. It offers e-mopeds, e-motorcycles, e-tricycles, e-bikes, and e-scooters, and traditional bikes. The company also provides accessories and spare parts, including raincoats, gloves, knee pads, storage baskets, and tail boxes, smartphone holders, backrests, locks, and branded apparel, and upgrade components for wheels, shock absorbers, brake calipers, and carbon fiber body panels. It also operates retail stores and offers repair, maintenance, bodywork, and other value-added services. The company was founded in 2018 and is based in Flushing, New York. All right. So let's go to, well, we already checked the statistics over there. Let's see. I don't know. Is this a swing or is this a okay, yeah, he said it's a yeah, not a day trade. I've had it for a while and it just started moving again. Let's go look at the daily chart on it. On FLYE. Okay, so had this nice little flush. Well, it is in Flushing, New York. So flush came down, or was this a reverse split? Let me see if it's a reverse split. How many reverse splits has FLYE had? Reverse splits has FLYE performed? All right, let's see. It has performed one reverse split in April 2025. Let's see. Prior to this action, FLYE was trading at around $1 minimum bid price required for continued listing. The split reduced the outstanding share count from approximately 3.13 million to between 5,000 and 6,000 shares. Wait. No, wait. Outstanding shares is that low, but the float is still showing like 30 million. Okay. There are no other recorded reverse splits. That one reverse stock split is all the company has completed. Okay. All right. So yeah, they had a reverse split. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. I don't know how deeply you've looked into the financials of the company or how good they're doing. I'm in the country, so a lot of people have vehicles and not bikes. I mean, some people have bikes, but yeah, you can definitely get attacked on the side of the road. No, riding your little bike and Red Wolf comes and checks you out. But I don't know. I haven't looked into biking companies that much. How long have you been watching this company, or how long have you been holding this for over a year? Oh, and does this company pay dividends? That's another thing. Let's see if that company pays dividends. I don't. It doesn't look like it does, but we'll see. I feel like they could, I don't know, repurpose a lot of or recycle a lot of materials for these all of this stuff that they're building. Let's see, what was it called? Fly E Group. They never paid dividends. Let's go to ratings. No ratings here. Of course, it's not gonna be ratings because it doesn't pay dividends. All right. So I don't know. That one is cheaper. It is in the small cap world, but not a lot of input on that one. I don't know if does it have unusual volume from where it regularly is. Let's look at the short interest as well. So we got short floated only 1.26%. So it's actually been coming down. So in 2024, it had its highest short. Let's do this. So 2024, it had the highest short float percentage, right? And that float percentage is basically telling you, you know, how much of the float is being shorted at one time. And it looks like, let's see, in February of 2025, it was back up there. You know what? Let's just keep these in order because they're confusing me now. Okay. See date, effective date. Okay, that's still confusing. 2024, 6-3. Okay, now I think they're in the order that they should be. Okay, yeah. So 530, 515, back up to 4. So the shares shorted have decreased here. So I don't know how explosive it could be. If it was increasing, that would be something to watch out for an explosion. But I don't know. Key data, government trades, insiders, no insiders, peers. Who does the same thing as them? So we got CJET. CJET is one of their competitors. Aero or Aero, AYRO, Envirotech Vehicles, and these are like 17 cents, 27 cents. So all of their competition is pretty well. Look, Tesla's down here. What we know, those guys are not in the running. Toyota, Zeke, Intelligent Tech, Honda. So yeah, they got some competition on the board that are into some of the same things that they're into, but those bikes is definitely different from some of these. I don't think I've seen a Toyota bicycle or Honda bicycle or Tesla. All right, so let's see, cash and equivalents, accounts receivable, liabilities. Cash flow, income statement. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know how far that's gonna go, but hey, if it does bounce up to, you know, $5, you will be a rich man, and you will be able to jump in here and be like, yo, you remember when I was talking about a fly? I'd be like, no. You're like, yeah, that bike company. Oh yeah. What happened to it? Man, I'm up a couple bucks on it. But I don't know. Like I said, if it's above your break even and all, you know, let it ride. ULY still in consolidation here. Nothing new has popped up to challenge this thing yet. It is over 5 million shares traded now. Barely. And I'm just waiting for that dump down here to 877 and on through the bottom. Let me read your chats. So he said, no, they don't pay dividends. I will be selling soon, just watching the chart to see if any earnings will increase my profit. Oh, let me look at the earnings. Wait, was the Okay, so the earnings is on July 7th. So you don't have that long to wait. July 7th is in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks of waiting. See what happens. Let's see. I'll be watching the chart. Earnings will increase my profit. Anyways, for small cap day trade, you have PSTV. PSTV. Let's check that out. Plush Therapeutics up 71%. It is 32 cents. So Plush Therapeutics, PSTV. Let's look into that. Well, enter. Okay, there we go. 66% of has 58 million shares traded. The news on today, it says Plush Therapeutics shares trading higher after company announced FDA clearance of its investigational new drug application for Rayobic to treat childhood brain cancer. Huh. So this is a investigational new drug application. Okay. So let's go look at see if it has SEC filings on today as well. Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's go read into this. PTSD. Phase 1, phase 1 half 2, I don't know, 1-2A clinical trial currently supported by $3 million grant from the U.S. Department of Defense. It says a clinical stage pharmaceutical company developing targeting radiotherapies with advanced platform technologies for center nervous system cancers. Today announced in U.S. Food and Drug Administration has cleared its investigational new drug application for. Okay, I need to see what this means. Investigational drug application. What is this thing? All right, pivotal document in drug development pipeline. The investigational new drug application is a pivotal document in the pipeline serving as a formal request to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for permission to administer a new drug or biological product to humans in clinical trials. Okay, so they're about to start working on humans. Let's see. Cleared for the treatment of pediatric patients and supratenorial, oh my gosh, supratentorial recurrent refractory and progressive high-grade glioma. Okay, that's HGG. And oh my gosh, ependymoma. Oh my, this is some tongue twist. I think I just had a mini stroke. Oh man. Okay, the trial will be referred to as the Respect PBC trial and is funded by a $3 million research grant from the U.S. Department of Defense. We are very excited for the opportunity to study the novel radiotherapeutic Rayobic in difficult to treat pediatric brain tumors. So in very small children, surgery and external beam radiation have been the mainstays of treatment for pediatric high-grade glioma. Okay, and sadly, outcomes have not improved for many decades. We believe this novel therapy that may allow higher doses of radiation while limiting the exposure to normal developing brain and delivering this agent via convection enhanced delivery directly into the tumor has the potential to make a big difference in our patients' lives and improve outcomes, said Dr. Ashley S. Plant, MD, principal investigator for the trial. Attending physician in hematology, oncology, neuro-oncology, and stem cell transplantation at Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago, AM. Koch, oh boy, this word, research scholar and associate professor of pediatrics. Man, she's got a list of things behind her name. Gee whiz. I'm extremely passionate about bringing this therapy into pediatric space and hopeful about the benefits to my patients. All right. We'll see, man. The thing's got a lot of volume, 121 million shares traded. It could suck up attention from everything else on the day. ULY just continuing to just go sideways, but PSTV, you know, sucking up a lot of attention with 122 shares traded, 122 million, about to be 123. Now it's 123. Oh boy, what's the float on this thing? Let's go look at the float. Key data. So the float is 5.89 million, and shares outstanding. So right around the same for shares outstanding and float. Short float about 8%. So let's look at the short interest here. Yeah, so it looks like the short float decreased for some reason here at, on 530. All the way back here, they were in the millions, 3 million, 2 million, 1 million. Then the short float started to decrease, and now we're seeing this move up. Okay. All right, well, we'll see how that goes. Let's see if I change the price to, oh, if I change the price to 0, then I'll probably see it on my scan, probably. Yep, PSV news on today. It's the only thing with news on today that is doing something. What's the I bet that RVOL is crazy. Oh, it's not really that crazy. RVOL is only 7 times the norm with almost 129 million shares traded. Got the news on the day though, so it is what it is. Got to start those human trials, baby. Anyway, let's look at the daily chart for PSTV. PSTV started at 18 cents and now it is up to 30 something cents. Looks like right at the top of this level here. 30 something cents right there. And let's see, 40. So we got 68 cents up there. So a lot of things that could go up to 65 cents up there. I don't know. With that much volume, it could push to the moon. I don't really know, man. 137 million. So how many times? So the float was 5 million, right? So this thing has rotated. So 138, almost 140 million here. It's getting almost a million shares per 2 minutes. All right, let's go look at 140 divided by 5. So it's 28 times. 28 times its float has rotated its float 28 times. That's some big rotation, but It has ATR of 8 cents. So yesterday it closed with ATR 6 cents. So it usually moves 6 cents per day. And now today it's moved from 18 cents up to 38 cents. 18 cents up to 38 cents. But yeah, it would need to fail for anything else to come about. And it's been so long since I've traded anything under $1. Seriously, like anything under $1. It's been a long time since I've traded anything under $2 actually. But appreciate the call out, so we know. Actually, let me look at the Benzinga's chat and see what they're talking about. Where is it? The IPOs. It might be in IPOs. Yeah. And also let's check the IPOs for today too. Today, IPO, bunch of trash. I don't know what these are. None of them look. What is this? Acquisition limit, nothing. Acquisition, ventures. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that right where it is. All right, let's see what they're talking about over here on the chat. 4 a.m. So this is where the day started. They called out VSTE at the top of the morning. Okay, let's see. Good morning, hi traders. Apparently FedEx beat on numbers. However, CEO gave poor guidance. Let's see. MU Circle still going up after a 1 day drop. Where is Circle at? So it went up to 239. Let me go back to the 15-minute. Went up to $300 just about. This thing IPO'd back here at $64 and absolutely killed the game, moving up almost 200 bucks, or I guess less than 200, like 150 bucks or something, whatever it is. Let's see. Voyage. Okay, so a whole bunch of people. Okay, there's somebody finally caught up PSTV right there at 646. Oh, wait. Offering. Wait, what's this? PSTV announces pricing of a 7.5 million public offering. Let's go look into that. PSTV. Oh man, I could have did it right there on that screen that I was on. Let me go back. Okay, PSTV. I did not see an offering. Okay, table of contents. This is May. Securities Exchange. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's just let me just go see when is PT, or when did PTSV when is PSTV's offering? Okay, so it says upcoming public offering, a registration. So it says that it was filed on June 17th. So they do have an offering by Plus Therapeutics, June 17th, 2025, giving selling stockholders the right to offer up to 7 million shares of common stock from time to time over the next 36 months. The next 3 years? The next 3 years, they can do an offering whenever they want. recent market action on June 18th, the company officially filed the prospectus for this secondary offering, triggering a 5% stock drop. The market reaction on June 24th experienced a 62% surge in pre-market trading, largely attributed to investor interest following the offering announcement. Okay, so this one, this PSTV has an offering on it. It has an offering, so be careful, because at any point they can pull the ripcord. Okay, that's nice to know. That's nice. That's nasty. So they did this offering back on the 17th. Am I just blind or did I not see it? Let's see. May, June. Oh, here it is. Okay, man. Okay, I see it now. June 7th. This is why it's good to read into these, because you would never know. Just looking at the, let me see if I look at the whole thing. Does it say anything about an offering? Nope, not really. General, and it just has it as general corporate statement. Oh, there it is. Initial offering. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so yeah, interesting. I don't think they have an offering price, do they? Let's see. Plush Therapeutics Inc. 17 million shares of common stock. The dangers of trading those penny stocks. Let's see. Shares are coming, blah, 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 blah. Do we have any prices that it can drop to? Okay, it says our common stock is currently listed on NASDAQ market under the symbol PSTV. On June 16th, the closing price of our common stock was 31 cents. Okay, do they have any pricing? Okay, well, we just know that they can dump 17 million onto the market at any point. That's what we do know. That's what we do know. And see, that's why I like to sell myself out of things. I want to be like, okay, well, this looks good on the chart. This price action looks good, but am I missing things? Am I missing things? And if you buy that and you're holding or whatnot, and you're not taking profit like you should, could get caught in a major fall off. Anyway, it's up 87%. And I shall avoid that like the plague. All right, let's jump back over here to the charts. ULY still not doing anything. Let's see, 1 minute did break down and just consolidating really. Remove. Still no type of catalyst here and no clear drops, so can't really do any analysis here. It's just consolidating. All right, so yeah, today we're sitting on our hands waiting for something that can give us range and that isn't hiding any offerings from us. This thing started at 17 cents, literally a 20-cent drop. You know, the other thing, the reason I don't really trade these lower prices is because you have a problem of oversizing, or I have a problem of oversizing. I mess around and have 10,000 shares on that thing and it dropped 20 cents, right? It's like, oh, okay, we're in there, you know, and 10,000 shares, let me see. If it drops 20 cents, what would that leave us with? 10,000 times 20 cents. It'll be a $2,000 loss. You know, it would hurt a little bit, you know. BD. All right, I'm seeing one pop up that is on my mid or the larger float stocks. One is called DTIL. DTIL. This one, let's go look at what it's doing over here. All right, so we have Precision Biosciences shares trading higher after the company received FDA rare pediatric disease designation for the treatment of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So this one is kind of along the lines of the other one that we saw with that designation, but it's not really holding up that 20% like we like to see. But I'll just keep it up here. I mean, it popped up a little bit. We'll see if it can claim that 20%. I usually don't trade these types that are higher floats until till intraday. So it is what it is. I'll let it do its thing and keep it on watch for it to try to pass over. Let's go look at the daily chart here. So this is the 15-minute look. Let's go to the daily chart on DTIL. DTIL has been pushing down. Doesn't look like it's had any big pops. Oh, I guess when you zoom in, I guess it does have some pops. How many reverse splits has this thing done? How many reverse splits has DTIL performed? DTIL has done Precision Biosciences has executed one reverse split, a 1-for-30 reverse split effective after the market close of February 13th, 2024, with trading commencing on a split adjusted basis of on February 14th. Okay, so this thing has been holding its levels then. If it's did a split back in 2024, let's see, 2024, February 2024, that is back here somewhere. Back here somewhere. So it looks like they had a little pop on some news and then just continued to decline. We'll keep it on watch. It's got news on the day. Popped up very, very quickly and went down. PSTV still playing around with souls, but I think I'm just going to chill out on that front. ULY, are you finally falling? Look at you. Waiting until nobody's looking to fall. Look at you. We knew you didn't have a catalyst anyway. So I'm thinking it's got room down here to these 877s. Just grinding down. This thing's just going flat. Maybe if it comes down and tests like, if it comes down and tests there though, it's gonna be under 10%. And it's like super flat here. I'll keep an eye on it though. Super flat. Yeah, everything is kind of flat right now. Let me look at where the NQ is. NQ continuing to hold around that 22,500 level. Will it need to take a break at any time? I wonder. Oh, also, let's see if any are there any speakers today? Today is the 25th. So we have testimony, Chair Jerome Powell, semi-annual monetary policy report to Congress before the U.S. Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. All right. So those are some banking, housing, and urban affairs. We'll see how that goes. Then we have commercial paper and selected interest rates. So we'll see. We shall see. how today goes. I'm pretty sure some people will be sitting in wait mode on today, but it is what it is. Yeah, that 15-minute on ULY just does not look great at all, especially with the volume barely doing anything. DTIL might pass it in volume at this point. DTIL has 7 million or 5 million shares traded. ULY has 7 million. All it needs is a little spark. And I'll be watching DTIL very closely on the open. See if it can dip down. Try to get up. It has an ATR of 33 cents though. I don't like that. Wish it had more range. Okay, ATR, Benzinga says ATR 50 cents. So 48 cents. Okay, so I'm gonna trust Benzinga because it's got more up to date. Yeah, I was looking over here at this other one. Oh, that's the ATR for yesterday. That's what it is. DTIL closed yesterday with a average of 43. Interesting day we got here on Hump Day. DTIL 15 minutes had a little stop point up here, 566. 15-minute issues. Possible unconfirmed resistance. Actually, you know what? It kind of is confirmed. I just put 15-minute. Copy. All right. ATR low down here at 493s. If you guys have any others that you're seeing, we can definitely throw those in the chat and we'll look at them. But for right now, small caps, not really seeing much off of ULY. At least DTIL has a catalyst today. But it does not have any kind of really distinct uptrend yet. And it's got the muscular dystrophy catalyst. I don't really know what will happen here. So it had a 1-2 fail. Okay. All right. It is almost 7:30. ULY looks like it wants to get under 9. It's got this big old gap to be sucked down into under 877. Let's continue to stay ahead of UL or DTIL. Hmm. Challenging at $9 at this point. Point of control is under $10, so it's at 981, 81 cents away. It's taking so long just to get down to this 877 level. Look at this 15-minute. Disgusting. I think this thing has started this all-day fade early. Let's look at where oil is. Oil has dropped quite a bit. So it had tested up here 3 times around this 77. Whoa. Around this 77-ish level, has dropped all the way back down to 64. So oil and energy, those really fell off. They had some hot days, you know, with Hustle, INDO, and all of that. But man, that is quite a bit of a drop. Over $10. Oh, let's go look back at that other one we looked at earlier. What was it? PSTV. PSTV just with the wicks. Went up there to 40. Let's go to the 1 minute. A lot of wiki wicks. Still a lot of volume though. I want to see what happens if they initiate that offering today, or are they gonna let people push it up, push it up, push it up, and then do the offering like it towards the end of the day? Because I'm pretty sure they don't. They want it to be like around $1, right? Before they, because whoever was holding it from down here 18 cents, you know, dollar move on this would be crazy. Almost 200 million shares traded on this one at PSTV. We looked into it. It does have an offering that they did on June 17th for 17 million shares. This thing has, I forgot what it had in the outstanding shares. It has outstanding shares is 5.896 shares outstanding. So how in the world are they gonna dump 17 mil? I don't even understand. Okay, they must be dumping more than just what's in the float. onto the market if they do it. If they do that offering, people are gonna be trying to get out the way. They got 5. It says right here, shares outstanding 5.8. So I don't know how they're doing 17 mil. Okay, ULY finally broke down to $9 and broke into this 877 that it took forever to get to. I'm thinking it can just keep going down. And as the volume dries up on that one, and we'll see if volume comes into DTIL. But I'm not trading this until the open. I'll make sure there are no other small caps that I can get in on during pre-market. Not small caps, micro caps rather. This one has 11 million shares outstanding on DTIL and 10.74 in the float. The news was the pediatric disease designation. Oh, the other one was the application. What is this disease designation? Let's go look that up. Pediatric disease designation. That was the application. Let's go look at the designation. What is pediatric disease designation? Refers to the FDA designation for therapies targeting serious and life-threatening diseases that primarily affect children and have fewer than 200,000 people in the U.S. The FDA grants rare pediatric disease designation to such products. Okay. So that means they've already done their the application was to test on people for the other one. This designation means probably that they've already been testing. They've already got through that phase. And we'll see how that plays out. But let me be sure. So what is the difference between the application and the designation? Just to be sure. Okay, the investigational new drug application are both important regulatory, so they're both important tools to use in the development of new drugs in the U.S., but they serve very different purposes. The application is a regulatory submission to the FDA that allows a drug sponsor to begin clinical trials in humans in the U.S. to get permission to test a new drug is the purpose. It's submitted before human clinical trials begin. All right, so but for the pediatric rare disease designation is a special status granted by the FDA under Rare Pediatric Disease Priority Review Voucher Program to incentivize the development of drugs for serious or life-threatening rare diseases affecting primarily children, granted to eligible drugs already in development. Must be for rare diseases. If the drug is eventually approved, the sponsor may receive a priority review voucher and can be used on another drug to get a faster FDA review. Can be sold. Okay, so the designation can be sold. It can be used to get a faster, if you make another drug faster FDA review and all of that. Okay, that makes sense. So the FDA designation is better than the application. Interesting. We will continue to watch and behold what happens and what unfolds. But yeah. Interesting. PSTV coming on down. There's not a whole lot of volume around the board. We had 30 minutes until the 8 o'clock top of the hour. I tried to identify some type of uptrend, but this thing's just in a lot of consolidation right now. I'm not sure what kind of moves it wants to make. Maybe later on in the day it might try to get over 20%, but at this point just circling that 17%. PSTV is in and out of the 100% mark. It's trying to hold up 100%, but continues to find sellers up here. ULY. Continue to be on the struggle bus. 8 million shares traded. Okay, we got something else popping up, which is GCTK with news on today. GCTK. Glucotrack shares are trading higher after the company and 1-2 Analytics presented final results of their first in-human study of continuous blood glucose monitor, which met all primary and secondary endpoints. Let's go look at that. So GCTK. So yeah, came up here, has news on the day. What's the float on this thing? Float is looking like under 1 million shares traded. Okay, GCTK pumping on down there back towards this ATR high here. Up 33% now, so it gave back quite a bit. We'll see if it becomes a 20% struggler. But news on the day for sure. Big round trip on this one, boy. 33%. Guess I can give it a try. Back to the top. Just came out with news. Oh man, I hit without the let me turn this on. It's holding around 8. I guess I'll let this candle close. Go ahead and take that 50 shares in. Let that play out. Let me see where it wants to go. Looking over here on the daily chart, which I did not do at first. Let's go back over here. Daily chart, 621s. It is up here, 7s, 8s. Has this gap fill up here level. $100 right now would be over 10. So in 50 shares at 804. And I will look to add onto this. It has news on the day. So we're playing day one catalyst. Add it. So adding 100 there, and I'm gonna let this one play a little bit for today. Top side of this was 954. So we will put that up there as a level. 950s. Got 100 shares in there around 825. Come on down. Let me add some. Come on down, big boy. Come on. Launch down a little bit. Point of control at 815. Can we get a little downwards movement? Added a little bit. $125 in. Let's see if we can start making its way back up. We have let's see how much volume we got here. GCT. Okay. Low float, million shares traded. Looking for it to retest those 950s. There we go. Let's see if we can get any help through that top there. $100 is at 907 right now. Nice, almost to 100. There we go. ATR highs down here at 732s. Let's see if we can get back up there to the 950s. Nice. Is that all you got? Can you break? There we go. 140. So looking, let's see if we can get a break there. Nice. Can we get some sales over this? Come on. You got it. Just hold up then. Just hold up. Hold up right where you are. Let some people get excited. Take us through that 950 level. Where the excited people at, guys? Bring them back in. You're a low float. You can do it. So I'm going to wait for some consolidation here and see if we can go higher. But just holding for right now. 125 shares in at 825. Can we get past that 950? $925s, can we at least see that? Okay. Small little breakdown. Looking for an uptrend here, but not seeing it yet. So my $33 risk is all the way down here at $8. So I'm pretty good on that. Can we push past these levels? Nice. Can we get a break? Is that possible? Top of this is almost $10. Open up a little higher. Nice. All right. So now I'm going to start taking some. Come on, get that break. Get that break. Get that break of go up there to the 80s, 90s. Come on, man. Going down. So I'm gonna let some consolidation happen here. Need to see those 30s pop back up. So tried it once, tried it twice, tried it 3 times. We do have catalysts on our backside, so looking for this thing to get unnatural up to the top. Opening there. And we get 925s. Oh, seeing a little struggle bus there. Okay. 920s. Okay. So right now, 950 is looking like the point where I'm gonna have to see what I want to do here. Can we start holding over 950? Continues to fail there. Very interesting failure point. So holding back over 945 is what we would like to see. Lower and lower highs on the 1 minute. Can you show us anything to the upside? Point of control right now is at this 116. Nah, bro, don't do that. Go ahead and go up there. You know you want to. All right. So the breakouts are looking to fail. Yeah, breakouts are failing a little bit. See if we can start forming some type of new bottom here. See if we can get an uptrend. Something happening around $9 flat there. Will we get a higher low formed here? Where you want to go? Got to get back over 9. Big buyers, where y'all at? Over 875. Oh man, come on. Interesting. Will it allow me to add some more down here? Looks like it. Let's see. I'm gonna add a little bit. Add a little bit. Looking for that re-peak up to the top side. So I got 150 in now. See if we can start forming some higher lows here. Very steep, but at this point with the catalyst and everything, let's see if we can get back over that 897. Show us what you got. so even less steep angle here, like that. See if we can hold. Looking for that new old drawing. Can we get back over 832 for an ad? 825s. That's a no, huh? 825s, can we see them? $8.19, where those 820s? Looking for back over this 829. Right. Okay. All I need to see is 820s. $160 in. See if we can continue to hold some type of trend here. Back over 9 is where I'm looking. Back over 9 will be $100. See how it holds this 852. All right. We'll launch up there. Point of control right now is at 908. There's 9s back up there, back up to the point of control right there. Let's see if we can start holding up here towards 9. Looking for another uptrend to form at some point. Where those 875s at? Over 870. That's where we need to see it. We'll see if it can consolidate here. Will this be a big bull flag or bear flag? 850s. Got 3 million shares on the board. PSTV also still doing its thing. Back over this level of 860. What does that look like for you? Eight 75s. Can we start holding there? 70 tapped, 80s. Still a lower high though. Hmm. 75s, where y'all at? Hmm. Nice. All right. Let's see if we can we get back up here and fail again. I'm definitely gonna have to take some profit because this is crazy. Just need to see like 920s. Yeah, like that. All right, I'm gonna start taking off some profit, man. I'm not giving back another 100. We're back up here, taking off some. Got 130 left. Yeah, I don't like these the failure rate here. Failure rate looking crazy. We got 95 shares left. Dude, see, again, we're here again, 85 shares left. Okay, there we go. Likes that. Can we get 10? Ooh, 10. Give me the 10. Can we get 10? There we go. Got close to 10. That's all I want is close. See, 10, 10. We got 75 shares left. Selling over 10. Nice. All right, 60 shares left. 55 shares left, up to 11. 50 shares left. Come on, get that nice pop back to 11s. There we go, 11s. 35 shares left. 25 shares left. Okay, 20 shares left. 15 shares left. Okay, so 290 still rotates, well, 30 bucks still rotating out there for me. Let's see if it can push up any more. I'll start selling ones now since I'm too low. All right. Oh no, don't do me like that. Come on. You know you want to. Let's go. Let's go. Get them. Get them. Get them. Get those shorts. Get them. Get them. Back over 11s. All right. Anyway, 15 shares left, 291 in pocket. And waiting to see here. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Lordy, lordy. Sell some right there. Okay. All right, buddy. 10 shares left. Shares left. We got a bottom here, but the thing is, at this point it's extended, so I may just have to wait for another entry. That was on, what was I in? 125 shares, I think, something like that. All right, close up this candle here. And now be trying to sell a little bit more. Now this ain't starts breaking down. I'm gonna go ahead and, because I can always take another entry, yo. So I sold a little bit there. 8 shares left. Can we see 85s? We're under the 80s. Got to sell out there at the 85. Almost 5 shares left. Either you're gonna go or you're not, bro. You play on me a little bit too much. I am on the sale. I promise you I am. Two more sales there. 3 shares left, man. So at this point, you know, letting 3 shares ride. Locked in to, oh wow. You gonna turn around like that? That's how it is? Okay. Interesting. 2 shares left. It is what it is. I can always get back in. All right, well, anyway, closed out 290 in pocket. So let's go ahead and put that into the journal. Come on, journal, pull it on over. Not saying I'm done for the day, but, you know, starting the day off with a nice cushion. Okay, so now over here on the journal, looks like, all right, so I got $1.82 off 160 shares, which is pretty nice for 290. That definitely took care of the losses from yesterday. Right now, profit loss ratio 3.68 to 1, and this is where we're sitting on the month. So now we're almost to the average 500 a week, so that's pretty good. 50 bucks left to get to that. And then so we took 68, 90, 290. Cool, cool. GKTC, baby. Yes, sir. Had catalyst, met the other criteria, had the volume, had the percentage gain. Bam. And we ate. We ate. Left PSTV on the table because look at how much it's moved here. PSTV, I got $1.80 something off of that last trade, right? $1.82. This one, its whole move is under that. Its whole move is under that. So, you know, that's crazy. But yeah, starting off with a nice cushion. I will be looking around on today to continue to try to find trades, especially if GCT wants to continue play. But I'm gonna let it pull back and see if it where it wants to come back down to. But taking profit, seeing sell signals. It came up here and made on the 1 minute. This right here is a hangman, which is telling you there's some type of downwards motion. It may not be the end of the move, but there is some type of downwards motion. Let me see. Where's my circle button? Right here. This candle right here. It's telling me, hey, something's about to go down. It did go down. Doesn't mean the move is over. It can continue, but I got out for the downwards move. All right, came back up there to the top. It may continue going, but again, I got my piece. Nice movement. So I caught the first leg, and this is looking like a smaller second leg coming up here to 1187. Okay. Anyway, it is 8 o'clock. I'm about to get ready for my morning meeting. So check this out. So I'm getting ready for my morning meeting. Already up $300 on the day. Yes, sir. Oh man, this is gonna be a good day. This is gonna be a great day. So like I said, man, is it forming another one? Oh, I was about to say, is it forming another hangman? Looks like it is. So that's if this is two hangmans in the same area, we may be expecting a little bit. Okay, so it didn't do it. All right, looks like it wants to continue to push. But yeah, interesting day. I love doing this because not only when I come back during the data trade, I can just size down and not have to worry about risking a whole lot, like getting back in 300 shares of something. I could take like, 10, 15, 20 shares and trade normal and get those little scalps and just add on to it and end up with another, 10, 20 bucks because I don't really need that much more. But going up there, so this is a hangman right here. This was one, so let's see what happens. Big push up to 1326. I'm glad I'm out. This is crazy. Yeah. Well, the idea worked. It is what it is. Took my piece. And now I'm out. Don't know if you guys are still playing this, but yeah. Definitely another $2 right there. $2. Yeah, that thing is blasting up out of there. Now at this point, it looks extended. It looks extended. One thing that I kind of in the past I hated doing was seeing these continue up because I wasn't getting into the right position. So even when they were continuing up, I was in so close it would stop me out, right? But getting in, finding these uptrends and getting in down low like this, even if it crashes out, I only was risking $33. So if my risk is 33 bucks and I made 290, is that a 3-to-1? Let's see. So 290, 290. divided by 33. That is, oh, never mind. That's a lot more than 3 times the risk. That's 8.78 something, 8 times. So, you know, getting that having that small little risk out there, I'm like, man, look, in the end, if everything went worse to worse, I would have lost 33 bucks. But I got 8 times my risk. So I'm cool with that. Don't want to get greedy. There will be other opportunities, and yeah, we just building out the account. But anyway, I do need to get ready for this morning meeting. I did hold a little bit longer, but appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll be back on tomorrow morning pre-market. We'll see what we can find. If we don't find anything cool, I can try some stuff intraday, but you know, it is what it is. Right now, GCTK and ULY and yeah, I'm glad I did not just jump into DTIL. That would have been stupid. I waited for those micro. Now with higher floats, I just look to trade those during intraday. But low floats, oh man, trading the pre-market, no halts. Imagine this thing moving during the intraday. It would have halted 7 times by now. So I'm like, let me take advantage of this and get my cushion. Look at this thing go. Interesting. Up to 50, or is it? Where is it on the daily chart here? This thing is a moving. So 15, let's look at the daily chart. So the daily chart, it's currently trading somewhere up here around the 14s. No real obvious levels out there. The only obvious level that I saw was on the 15 minute at 952 that I was looking to cross. But this is way more, you know. My entry price was 10. Well, my average entry price was 831. 831 on this one. Anyway, again, I'm about to buzz out. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, I see that. Let's see. So on the 1 minute, let me pause this. So during pre-market, I did a lot of back testing. And I was seeing during pre-market, the moves happen too fast to wait on the 15 minute. They happen too fast. Now during the intraday, I look at the 15 minute. But during pre-market, look, I'm looking for these little 1 minute trends, these little imaginary lines, because a lot of people have their hopes and dreams on these lines. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll see, you know, how these things hold up. It's got a catalyst. That's the first thing. If it doesn't have a catalyst, then you've already lost. But it's got a catalyst, got some uptrending, and find a level that is struggling on and look for it to break that level. And that's it. And that you will see that during pre-market. I'm looking at the 1 minute, but I'm also on my other screen. I have the 5 and the 15 minute as well. I have the 5 and 15 minute up, so I can see those on the side. But I'm looking at the 1 minute, these trends that I'm drawing, right? Because if you look out here on the 15 minute, look at this trend, how it looks on the 15 minute that I drew. Came down to this level, held up around the 8 whatevers. I entered down here on the 1 around 8:30, right? 8:31 was my entry down here. And look at all the rest of this. The rest is history. If I go to the 5 minute, same thing. Look at it holding the trend. So finding that lower level on the 1 minute has helped me a whole lot during pre-market. Not so much during the during intraday though. The 1 minute still kills me during intraday, but pre-market, it is what it is. I use the tools that work. So, but yeah, that is it for today, and continue the outro. Peace.